And I knew I brought those for the wow factor, you know. So without further ado, this right here, gentlemen, is the Retro One Lost and Found. And if you can see, Nike went out of their way and even put like the sales receipt from 1985. Check that out, Jim.
Oh, that's pretty
Can
cool.
you tell people what the price was in '85? Does it say on there? I think like a
$44.99.
$44.99, Chris.
What's that says?
40.
I think it might be a 6.
Voila! Look at that. You can't go wrong with this silhouette. This is the Retro One.
put a page
This is
right
the
on top.
colorway.
That's the one they were designing on.
This is the
boat.
colorway,
I think
the
it might be a
Chicago
6.
colorway that they
Underneath it.
released in '85. Chris, check that out. If you look underneath, so it's called the Lost and Found. If you turn it upside down, look, Nike went as far as putting a little dust on there. So it makes it look like it's just been sitting on the shelf, been collecting dust. You can't go wrong with this silhouette shoe. The colorway, anything with Chicago colorway does quite well.
Okay.
It does. For some reason, this shoe skyrocketed to about $450, and it's recently dropped. I think today it's about $280, $300. But at one point it was at $450. So, looking at this shoe, Jim, I mean, what do you think? It's super 80s. It's retro.
Yeah.
Something that you probably would have worn as a kid. Did you ever wear?
No.
What did you wear on the court?
Converse.
Do you remember the player?
The new Converse, not the old school Chuck Taylors, but the ones that they
Like
rolled
the
in
J.R. Ryder Converse?
Yeah, white and blue.
White, okay.
They had the plastic Converse circle emblem.
And they were pretty high top.
They're
They were-
high top, yeah.
We looked that shoe up the other day, Chris, the shoe that he's talking about. I believe if you have that shoe still in the box from the late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah, later.
I think that shoe's going for about $1,200. Somebody fact check me on that. So yeah, retro Converse.
The outside of the shoe was made of like leather on the basketball. It had like this weathered leather feeling to it.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they came in several colors.
Yeah.
They did.
Sweet.
But hats off to Nike for the effort that they put in the shoe.
Next week we're gonna talk about Ariat boots.
Yeah, we talk about some Ariats.
You got some boots.
Hey, when I wear cowboy boots, my go-to is Twisted X, and I've got some Laredos that I absolutely love. So, but what I love about shoes, gentlemen, is when I see an old retro shoe, it reminds me of my childhood. It takes me back to being a kid, because I remember growing up. You know, these shoes were $100 back in the day. And I remember asking my mom, can I have a pair of Michael Jordan? That $100 was a big deal. And now as a grown man, I can have all these that I want. You know, it's unfortunate. Some of these, when they drop, they skyrocket. They go up to $500, $600, $700, you know? But we can afford it, you know?
Yes, sir.
And so it's like a smell. It's like a song. When you smell a certain smell, or you hear a certain song, it takes you back to that day and time. Same thing with the sneaker. So it's just fun. It's a cool hobby.
Okay, so let's do this. We'll reconvene in another month and a half. We'll present him, and then the episode after that, we have to come suited and booted.
Suited and booted?
I'm not gonna lie.
That's a great idea.
Wrong. You know, there ain't gonna be nothing custom on me.
Maybe like a bolo tie.
Hey, does Cole's blazer
Maybe
qualify as something clean?
As long as it's fly.
I mean, something turquoise.
Okay, so we're gonna swag it out next week, right?
Okay.
Next episode, and then we're gonna come suited and booted, and that may be the episode that we get on the golf course, and you guys teach me how to cut cigars.
I would love to
All right,
teach you how to cut a
I
cigar.
appreciate your time.
Thank you,
Mr.
Chris.
Davidan.
Always a pleasure.
Mr. Jim.
Thanks, man.